Hi everyone, I'm Danielle with Trinity Readings. We are going to do the Sagittarius Weekly Tarotscope. This is going to be for January 7th through the 14th. All right, we're going to get some oracle cards for you. Get your overall energy for the week, any messages and guidance you need to hear, and then we'll get into your tarot. Oh, you have the Sun card. Okay, this is about kind of standing out. This is about having confidence. The Sun represents you. It represents your soul. It represents, kind of taking charge of your life. It also represents having a really clear vision of the future or what you want for the future. You're definitely being asked to kind of step up in some way this week. Put yourself out there. Put yourself first, definitely. You have the ever unfolding rose. I love this card. I love this card. It's kind of a message that when you're going through difficulty, especially when you're going through things that are very kind of emotionally difficult, we tend to think that, we're being punished or something bad is happening to us. But a lot of times, in all reality, what's happening for us is the best thing that could happen to us. It's leading us to something better. You're opening yourself up to bigger experiences. And you have don't dim to fit in, and you have awakening. Ooh, I love this. You have this men taken card as the overall energy. This is kind of having that feeling that there's something bigger for you, having that desire for something more. That does always remind me of a twin flame card as well, like having that, just feeling that longing for that connection to another person. You also have don't dim to fit in, and you have the awakening card. So there is an aspect of your life that you may be kind of like holding yourself back. Oh, wow, okay. The sun comes in and the sun will highlight everything, right? The sun will highlight things good and bad. And so it's almost like that's what you're going through right now. It's almost like the sun is shining on your whole life. I know I'm sounding a little bit off, a little bit crazy, but hear me out. It's like the sun is just shining a light on like every single aspect of your life right now, the good and the bad, and everything. The sun is intense, the sun is heat. Everything seems just extremely intense right now. But what is going on is you're being shown where, because the sun is our soul, the sun is how we need to present ourselves, how we shine, what is good for us. And so what is being shown to you is where you have kind of limited yourself and restricted yourself from doing what's good for you, for having your own happiness, from following your own path, from following your own dreams. Um, so so for some of you, this might feel like a very, very difficult energy for you right now. Um, this might kind of feel like, it might feel like everything's kind of crumbling around you. It might feel like things just aren't as comfortable as they used to be, but it's kind of like you're going through like this shake-up moment, and everything is being shown to you, and it's so you can clearly see like the things that you need to kind of push to the side in order to push yourself forward and go after what is good for you. This is also showing you where where you kind of shy away from doing things for you. This is saying that you're kind of you're not setting the bar high enough for yourself. You know what I mean? This is telling you not to settle for less. This is showing you, probably the difficult things you're experiencing right now are showing you areas of your life where you have felt the need to kind of settle. And when you settle into things hoping that they will change, eventually it just gets too uncomfortable to bear, because your soul has a purpose here. Your soul is seeking something bigger. And so that's what's going on. So if you're feeling like this just insane, uncomfortable energy, understand that this is just a process kind of, showing you a new path for you, like something that is going to give you the fulfillment that you want. So pay attention to like those deep down desires that you have right now. Pay attention to the moments in your life that you have settled and look to something bigger for yourself right now. I know that doesn't help. But everything that seems to be kind of falling apart for you, or things that seem to be very turbulent right now, that's just a message that's just kind of showing you the things that aren't really serving your ultimate happiness, when we want to manifest new, when we want any kind of change, it always involves, there's a random card in here. This is the house card, which is your comfort zone. This is kind of a message that you need to step out of your comfort zone. But as I was saying, any change, any desire to bring in anything new to your life, it always means that something has to be let go. And a lot of times we struggle letting things go. We struggle fully letting things go because, we feel the need to kind of cling on to things for security, even things that don't necessarily feel all that great. There's comfort in predictability, even if the predictability is chaos, So just understand that you're manifesting something bigger for yourself. You're bringing in something more positive for yourself. But in order to allow that energy to come in, old things kind of have to be pushed to the side. And it seems like that's what some of you are going through. And I'm sorry. All right, let's see what your energy coming into the week is. Oh, you have the Empress in reversed. You have the Queen of Cups. The Two of Wands. The Empress is that very divine feminine energy. It's the energy of, feeling very comfortable, feeling very confident where you are. It's that energy of beauty, of kind of luxury. So with it reversed, I definitely feel you don't feel as secure in yourself right now. But you do have the Queen of Cups, which does represent having that very strong intuition, and you have the Two of Wands. It's almost like you have kind of had this plan for yourself. You've had this dream that you've been wanting to manifest. You've had this desire for something, and it's almost like you're wondering if this is something that's meant for you. Why is the Empress reversed? The Seven of Swords. It's almost like you're second guessing yourself. For those of you who are in a relationship with another person, it could be that you feel that the person that you're connecting with is no longer has like a desire for you. You could even question whether the person you're connecting with is juggling two people. But if it's not about a relationship, it's almost like you're suddenly second guessing yourself. You're questioning your path forward. Why do you have the Queen of Cups? Yeah, it's almost like you're deciding that you're wanting something new. With the Queen of Cups and the Six of Swords, it's like your emotions seem to be pretty calm. It's almost like you feel intuitively kind of pulled somewhere else. Give me one more on this. The Six of Pentacles. It's like, you've maybe like been pursuing something, been putting all this energy and effort into something, and almost like having that moment where you're like, wait a minute, am I doing this for me or am I doing this for somebody else? You know what I mean? Or kind of like feeling you've been putting in energy into something that just hasn't come to fruition, and so you're looking towards something else. You could very well kind of be feeling like you need to leave behind a relationship. Almost questioning whether you kind of have been wasting your time. Okay, let's see what's coming towards you this week. You have the Eight of Pentacles. You have the Hermit card. You have the Wheel. Give me one more on the Wheel, please. Yeah, it's like you're totally shifting your focus. The Eight of Pentacles and the Hermit card, this is like taking that time to really put in the work on yourself, to really, look into what holds a deep meaning for you. With the Strength card and the Wheel of Fortune, this is like looking towards bringing some sort of change into your life. It's even like holding yourself back from it's almost like holding any kind of like holding back your kind of like animalistic desires, like holding back having fun. Give me one more. The Knight of Cups. Yeah, you're turning your back on. It's almost like you're turning your back on the idea of enjoying yourself. You're not going to entertain anything that's superficial, is what it is. Because the Knight of Cups and the Three of Cups, this is very romantic, but it's also very playful. It tends to not be very serious. So you could very well have been in a connection where you feel like this person really wasn't taking you seriously, where, it seems like this person maybe was kind of juggling two things or not really being very decisive. But it's almost like they made you feel like you weren't desirable. Um, and again, it might not be a person. It just might be that you're kind of shifting what it is that you want to manifest for yourself, like a dream that you have for yourself. You're deciding that you're going to go all in on this dream that you have, on looking for something deeper, on working on something that's going to give you that long-term fulfillment. Like you're not playing any games anymore. You're not going to take things lightly anymore. You're not going to entertain anything that's temporary. Okay, any other messages we need to hear on this? You have the Moon card. You have the Hierophant. You have the Four of Wands. And you have the Two. Okay, you do have the Two of Cups as your overall energy. So this does represent a soulmate connection. Like a meeting of the minds. You also have this Four of Wands, which is a soulmate card. But it's almost like I don't necessarily know if this is somebody that you've connected to yet. You might have connected to this person. If that's the case, I don't feel that you and this person are necessarily together right now. It's like you're shifting your perception on relationships. You might have been okay entertaining very light-hearted connections. But like you're deciding that you're not going to entertain anything unless it's this type of relationship. So let me do this. What is the current energy of your love life right now? You have Five of Wands, Two of Swords, and Hierophant. So it could be that you're connecting with somebody where you want commitment, but this other person, it might be like there's a lot of competition, or somebody's just not really making a solid decision. Or it could be that you have been kind of back and forth, not really sure if you wanted commitment or if you just wanted to kind of play the field. Give me one more. I do feel overall within your love life, though, there hasn't really been a lot of stability. You really seem to be more focused on yourself than anything. Oh my goodness. What is the Five of Wands? You've been dealing with a lot of people who almost like you've had to fight for people's attention. You've been struggling. You've wanted that stable connection. You've wanted loyalty in your love life, but I don't think that you've been getting it. I think that you've been, connecting with people who don't really necessarily agree with commitment, or they are just very conflicted. They can't really make up their minds whether or not they want commitment or not. And so I do think that you're kind of shifting away from that. Okay, what are you moving towards in your love life? You have the Seven of Wands. Yeah. And the Chariot. Okay, yeah, I gotcha. Damn. That's 3 sevens. your 3 sevens represents spirituality. It represents taking the higher ground. It represents focusing on, like, higher level emotions, more deeper commitments. So I do feel that you're kind of tired of dealing with very inconsistent people. And so with the 7 of Wands and the Chariot card, I feel like you're just kind of putting yourself in this bubble, and you're going to continue focusing on what is good for you. You're not going to settle for somebody that's just like avoiding commitment. And that might have been who you're dealing with. So with the Queen of Cups, you're taking that energy, you're turning it inward, you're focusing on what's good for you. So I feel like overall, for a lot of you, maybe you've just been dealing with, you've got the 7 of Swords twice. You've just been dealing with people who weren't ready to settle down, or you've been dealing with one particular person who really just wasn't acknowledging you as that divine feminine, or you could be a male, so I'm sorry, but just not taking commitment seriously, just not giving, just kind of keeping you back and forth, keeping you in this rut. And it's just been very unnerving for you. And so I think overall this week, you're really just shifting and putting in that focus to you, to what is good for you. You're not going to entertain anything that, anybody that's not going to take you seriously. You're not going to entertain anybody that's not going to want to tap into that deep soul level type of communication, or you know what I mean? And I do think that this is moving you closer to this type of relationship, although I don't feel that you're even going to entertain that this week. You do have the Justice card underneath that. So this is just about kind of bringing things back into balance for yourself this week. And I think that's maybe what is kind of being stirred up for you right now. These connections maybe that you've had to people that really haven't, given you that unconditional love that you give to them. Okay, I'm sorry. That was very, very heavy. Nope, that's not it. Let's pull one final card for you, give you one final message. Yep, the Black Cat. This is about taking a step back and getting yourself centered again, getting yourself balanced again, finding your own center, finding your own magic. It's like you've been giving this energy out to like the wrong types of people, the people that just aren't giving it to you in return. And so it's just about cutting away those people that don't take you seriously at this point. And you will kind of step back into your power, and then you'll begin manifesting the life that you want. Okay, I love you guys. I hope you have a good week. Bye-bye.